Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ren Weixie, the General Chair of IEEE NVMSA 2022. On behalf of IEEE, RTCSA, and the NVMSA 2022 Organizing Committee, we are very honored to invite Mr. Jiancheng Pan, the founder and the CEO of Phison Electronics, to give us a keynote speech. Mr. Jiancheng Pan was born in a farming community in Malaysia in 1974. At the age of 19, he came to Taiwan alone with only $4,000 in his pocket. He received his bachelor and master degree from National Jiao Tong University in 1997 and 1999. After his graduation, he and his four friends founded Phison Electronics, and he and the other co-founders designed and produced the world's first single chip USB flash controller. Okay. As a successful entrepreneur, Mr. Pan has received numerous awards, including 10 Outstanding Young Malaysian Award, Outstanding Young Entrepreneur Award, Outstanding Young Manager Award, and the President Award of National Management Excellence Award. Under his lead, Phison Electronics has become a global leader in NAND flash controller IC and storage solutions. The title of his keynote is Challenges and Opportunities of Next Generation Enterprise SSD Storage. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome Mr. Pan.
Yeah, thanks to Professor Xie. I think you can take out the mask, right?
Yeah.
It's a speaker. Yeah, much easier. Okay, let me introduce myself. I'm from Malaysia, year 1993, and studied from Jiao Tong University, but Jiao Tong now moved to the Yangming Mountain already. Okay, that's and no good or bad, but anyway, I graduated already over like 23 years, and this company already set up over 22 years. So after the first year, I have a few months experience in the industry and start to make the Phison this company. Okay. Today's I think this is more today in the territory study, but I like to share my opinion in the storage, how to bring the development from the lab to the industry and how difficult, okay, to the market. So we have a lot of experience. Briefly update you about this company. We start from 5 people, but now in Taiwan, just in Taiwan, we have over 2,300 staff with 2,800 engineers. Okay, and this year probably our R&D expense were over 10 billion NT, close to $400 million. It's a quite big amount. And last year revenue was 2.2 B. And this year, I think industrial going to a correction. So we have to see what happens in the second half. But no doubt in this industrial, we believe in coming 20 years, storage in the solid state will be the mainstream growth in the electronic semiconductor industry. Okay, but we need to have a more heavy investment, not only in our controller systems module, but our supplier. You can read from the public. They have a 7 NAND manufacturer. Every year, they have to dump few $10 billion into their capacity and also the new technology investment. So this is not easier. And this is a survival game, fighting for surviving. So in coming 3 to 5 years, we can realize who will be survived in the NAND semiconductor industry, who will be survived in the NAND storage systems, and who can be the one in the third party. So we believe Phison probably will be the only one in this industry. Then I'd like to share you more how we going to make it. Phison start with the day one was a USB 1.1 controllers. Okay, USB 1.1 by 20 years ago, 16 megabyte, 16 mega. The end market price is 3,000 NT, $100. Today, you can easily get 120 gigabyte. How much? Few hundred NT, right? So these 20 years, you imagine how fast the technology was developed in the NAND storage systems. So we start from the USB, then we migrate to the memory card, embedded, storage SSD, industrial, and now we are in the data center. So we play a very big portfolio in this industry. And Phison also is the biggest supplier in the multi-interface. Means we cover different interface. We are the only one able to supply everything. So I always talk to my partners, if you need to find some storage systems, if any other else not able to provide you, probably Phison we can provide you, because we cover every full range of our products here. So our products not only in your office, not only in your home, in the transportation, but our products also in the space already. So we have a few programs working with the some authority to develop some space storage, means a space SSD. So this may need 3 to 5 years, but now we are start to invest into this research. Okay. I also like to share with you, when I look to the Taiwan's semicon industry, Taiwan was many number one, okay? Foundry number one, notebook number one, what else? Before smartphone was number one, printer number one, many number one. But Taiwan never have storage industry supply chain. Okay, Taiwan before the storage, you're talking about optical. Taiwan provide the optical disc, okay, some mechanical and assembly. The key component is not coming from Taiwan. Then the hard drive itself, a lot of key components coming from Japan, coming from US, coming from Korea. And the whole systems are developed by US, Korea, and Japan, not any other else. Okay, so we believe in coming futures in Taiwan, this land, Phison will be the only one able to provide the storage solution. It's not just a component, a solution from IPs, from IC, from integration, from NAND to modules to whole thing of application. So we try to build Taiwan local supply chain in the storage. Storage actually equal to security. Okay, all the data you are stored in the storage. If you use some other from other country, you don't know whether they have something backdoor inside there. So, but Phison we're able to put from nothing into the whole systems. Now we are corporate. Actually, storage for Phison is just only a component. The systems users, the telecom users, they are not going to buy component, they buy the full systems. Okay, storage was dominated by US, Japan, Taiwan, and the systems most likely dominated by US company. Okay, so we have a component. Without the systems, we still can do nothing. So now we try to build the ecosystems in the storage systems together with the Taiwan's player. Okay, we have a few partners. We try to provide the full storage systems are designed and produced in Taiwan. Again, this is a heavy investment. Of course, this we need to government. They realize how important to have this kind of industry, and the government need to make a strong support, not only in finance, but also in the some government use, school use, try to put this kind of new products into there to have a try. If everything good, then we can bring this to the industry and we can export. And Phison, we are, I think in Taiwan, talking about the design house, MediaTek have most engineers. Second, I believe is a Realtek. The third one, we believe is a Phison. We have a 27, 28 and headcount. So we invest a lot in the IC designs, but those computing and storage systems, we use also the forward systems. Now we try to work with Taiwan's our partner to establish the whole systems. Then we use our engineer as a white mouse. Okay, our new ASIC design white mouse. We try to spend 6 months, a year to prove if this system is good. Then we can provide to our SI system partners and also to export. So we are also highly welcome if NTU, the lab have an interest. We can bring our partner together to build the local. We cannot always rely on third party or from other if they try to manage you, they try to shut down the supply, then you're in trouble, right? So we try to build this by ourselves. So this is our big goal. In these 5 years, a lot of the startup not happen in Taiwan anymore because Taiwan is not able. When I start Phison, we only have a 30 million NT, equal to $1 million US. As a design house with a $1 million, this just is a dream. Okay, but we make it. Today, if I want to build a storage company as a design house, I heard they have a company in the US already burned out $300 million already. To prove the products already burned out $300 million. When I was in US 2 weeks ago, at least 3 startups, they run out of cash. And looks like they are not able to get the more investment, so they are looking to sell the company. Okay. From this, I just realized I want to share with you. A lot of engineers, they have a dream. They know the technology is good, they have a good skill, they want to make a company. But this storage industry, you need to heavy $100 million investment. So in Taiwan, I think it's difficult. So most likely the startups today happen only in China. China, at least I can count my fingers, more than 10 companies, they're doing quite okay, but they keep burning their capital. But their capital, they can free from the central government, the local government, the capital market. But Taiwan looks like it's difficult. So let me share with you how difficult to develop not just only the controllers, but also the full systems. First of all, it's an R&D investment. I give you an example. Phison started from 5 people. We built the first USB controller with only like 7 engineers. 7. 5 months. When the controller is okay, we can start to sell. Today, we developed an enterprise SSD. 300 engineers. 4 years. Already 4 years. We just have a product acquired by our customers. It's not going to market yet. Already burned out $150 million in 4 years. Okay. So in coming futures, if we need to get the more market share, we need to increase at least up to 1,000 engineers. We have a PCI Gen 4 ready. Now we need to move PCI Gen 5. After that, we need to talk to the hyperscale, the cloud computing customers to make the customization to them. So every single project, we need at least 50 to 7 engineers working there for at least 3 to 5 years to make the products mature. So the R&D investment is heavy. Okay, so who capable to make this kind of investment? I can share with you. Semicon. Semicon, they can make it because they earn the profit from the NAND industry. Okay, hyperscale company, Amazon, Google. Okay, they have a big business there. They have a big income. They're able to use that income to invest their in-house team. But as a third party, if you get the investment from the capital market, no way. So most likely in this industry, third party who have developed controllers for enterprise or module for enterprise, at the end, they are not selling products. They sell company. Okay, they sell company. This is their business model. Okay, so I just want to share with the student, if you have a dream to build your company in storage, you have to try to figure out what kind of advantage you're capable. Because again, you need to get few hundred people. In Taiwan, we all agree, TSMC taking most, MediaTek taking most of engineers, right? They're good talent. In this industry, you have a 5 genius, good, but you still need 200 people help you to debug, help you to make sure the product go to maturity. Okay, so not easy. And in this business, if you are making the either controller or module, the profit model, I believe, is a negative. Controller itself, you need to heavy investment, it's few $100 million. But how many pieces you are able to sell to the market and how much you are able to earn back from the market. Actually, the market size, talking about unit is quite small. According to a lot of data, last year, according to the enterprise cloud user SSD, around 40 million pieces, 40 million. Samsung in-house, Kioxia in-house, most likely in-house. If you build controllers, only controllers, right? Who is going to buy from you? How many pieces you can sell? How much you can sell? And then how much money you can earn from a controller? At the end, negative. So that's why the startup, they build this as a proof of concept, then they sell company. Okay, not easy. Even Phison today, we spent 4 years, right? We have still struggle, but we have no choice. This is our business, so we keep inject our money to make sure we're able to make the products right. And basically, it's no return; it's a negative return. And the customers today, if I have a product, I approach. I'm not going to talk to tier 1. Okay, tier 1 is a Dell EMC or HPE. I talk to tier 3. Tier 3, either one in Taiwan. They ask, who used this drive before? Do you have a success, design win? This is something like chicken and egg, right? We have a product, nobody take it, we can't prove anything about ourselves. Okay, so how can you go to penetrate to those kind of a tier 3, tier 2 systems? What I can tell you is difficult. I want to share one story with you. 2 weeks ago, I was in the Bay Area, okay, FMS. I have more than 30 meetings in 5 years, in 5 days. So every meeting is 1 hour. So my second meeting in day 1, I met with the tier 1 storage company. I don't want to mention who they are, the tier 1, okay? So my guy, my CTO is a Western guy, okay, really knowledgeable. Keep presenting from, starting to end, 55 minutes done. Okay, really powerful products. And then finally, the meeting is going to finish, right? They give a comment, only one comment. Okay, I know your presentation, but I doubt your enterprise is different with my enterprise. you know how frustrated my people. I mean, my people are just stuck and they don't know what to say. So then I try to answer to them, hey, seriously, I don't know what is your enterprise. Seriously, I don't know. But my products today already qualified by Seagate internal qual. Oh, then they said, oh, Seagate, Seagate, they know what we need. If you qualify Seagate means you are good. So this is how we know we are good, but how to prove you are good. This is a problem, right? So in order to make our products good to use and good image, good experience, we set up our office in Colorado, close to the Denver. And Denver, Brownfield, is the world's most corporate invest in the storage. Most of the talent are coming from Denver. Okay, so we have an office there, around 30 engineers, to prove to the system customers we are serious in this investment. Okay, so not just only, so customers, if you don't have a good success story, they wouldn't let you try. But after the meeting, they open the door. They agree we make good, so they are interested to look into our product. So now my people start working with them. And first meeting, they list 1,500 list. You have to check out one by one. Okay, everything you support, then you submit. They want the file, then they start to test. If either one you are not supporting, no way. Okay, so you have to know how difficult to enter to this industry. But again, we have to. According to Phison's record, we are every business we are coming from nothing. USB, nothing, memory card, embedded smartphone, auto, we are nothing. But once we prove we good, then eventually we can be the top 3 in the world. So next, we try, Phison will be the one of the key player in the enterprise SSD. But again, heavy investment. Okay, so how to make sure we can start from day 1 to the market? This is a difficult and a big investment. So I like to give advice to the student. If you interest to this industry, you want to go to startup, you have to better find your rich father. Okay, the father is not million, it's a billion. Okay, able to support you. So this project 4 years, right? Phison start from everything in house. The whole ASIC from interface, Gen 4, Gen 5.5, analog mixed mode, integration, algorithm, LDPC, whatever the net optimization, everything in house. Okay. We don't like to license IP from any third party because IP license is a hard code, it's a black box. Actually, you don't know what it is. So if someday there's a bug happen, you don't know how to solve it. So what we try to do is 100% in-house. Then we're able to, in the future, use all the in-house technology, we can make the customization to match what the systems need. Basically, in the hyperscale industry, every single user, they're looking for different storage systems. They are not going to use a commodity, okay? Because Google, Amazon, their file structure is different. So they need to optimize the total system's performance. So optimization is Phison's our next business model. And this is Phison's our R&D expense. You look to here, by 2016, 17, 18, we are like 1,000 headcount. But after 19, we engaged with the AMD. We made the world's first PCI Gen 4 SSD with the AMD ecosystem. After that, we also got the engagement from Xbox, from PC OEM, from Semicon. Then we keep hiring engineers. And recently, I think you also realize last year, if you last year, you can get a very good package. This year looks like market going to turn down. Next year, probably in the industrial, I think still slow. Okay, every player in the market now suffer with a high inventory. So inventory correction may happen like 9 months. Okay, but my shareholders also question Phison, hey, you already good in the engineers. Are you going to expand in this difficult period? My answer is yes. We are keep investing in engineering. No matter today is raining, today is sunshine. Okay. The reason is we hire people. First year is under training. Second year is just to have a try. The return from the engineers happen only after 3 years. So for 2024-25 project, we need to have people today. We take engineers, we train them. They have to be patient for 2-3 years. Then they can be a key designer in this industry. So we keep investing, no matter how bad the market, the earning. Okay. Of course, shareholders not happy, right? They're not happy. Then at the end will deflate to your stock price. But I don't care about stock price at this moment. Look to TSMC. 15 years ago, TSMC behind Intel several generations. But TSMC keep investing in R&D. Of course, Intel doing good, but they are enjoying their good profit. Today, who been ahead? So this is the same what we did. If we able to run the business, then we keep investing. So look to this year, the investment is over 50% than last year. So this is what we have to do. So we engage with Seagate. Seagate is the world's biggest storage enterprise hard drive supplier. They dominate 58% in the total industry. So every single player are their customers. If today Phison approach to no matter Dell EMC or HPE or NetApp, they don't talk to us because they don't know who we are. But when Seagate talk to them, they trust to Seagate, and Phison doing every design from chips, products, systems, validation. 100% we do the ODM for Seagate. So we engage with Seagate. Without Seagate, we are not able to enter to this business. But Seagate without us, Seagate already spent in 15 years $2 billion, acquire more than 20 companies to build their storage, the net storage business. At the end, proof fail. So they lay off almost everything by 2020. They engage with Phison. So Phison do every jobs. They're going to marketing and to the customers. So this is good match. So Seagate is a Phison's a very key partner in this industry. So every drive from Seagate actually 100% from Phison. This is a very important message, okay? Taiwan claim is the #1 in the server industry in the world, Taiwan. But look to the server, of course, the motherboard is important, the case, the power supply, cooling system, good. But the 4 key elements, GPU, CPU, storage, and DRAM, most likely are from other countries. Of course, somebody will say, oh, this is TSMC. Yes, you're right, but there's a foundry. Okay, the product itself, GDP, still count in the US, not in Taiwan. And the product itself are dominated by US company. TSMC doing only foundry. So in these 4 key elements, Taiwan's company, I think in the, no matter, CPU, GPU, Taiwan, I think nowhere, right? DRAM with a Nanya, but this is not easy, heavy investment. But storage, of course, Samsung, Intel, Micron, Kioxia, they're doing good. Phison will be the only one represent Taiwan to get to this industry. And every server, they have a limited GPU and CPU. You agree, right? A motherboard, you have CPU, 16 CPU, GPU, done. DRAM, 200 gigabyte, 200 gigabyte, done. But every single server system storage is unlimited. Okay, so in these 4 key elements, the cost structure, storage is a majority. Okay, so this also refer to this storage industry will keep growing in this coming 20 years. So it's a big business, big demand, but again, high barrier, heavy investment. You need capable engineers and long-term training. So we believe in Taiwan. At the end, Phison can represent. We're able to represent Taiwan player to work with those system makers. Of course, these system makers most likely is doing EMS. But now we are working some of them to define Taiwan's storage system. Okay, so this is our goal. And if we happen this, Taiwan can also be the #4 in the world, able to produce the whole storage ecosystem. So this is our first Gen 4 SSD. 100% design. Of course, flash memory is from outside. Okay, Taiwan no have a fab doing the NAND, but the ASIC, PCB system, everything doing by Phison 100%. So we need a lot of engineers, not only in the chip design, we need systems, we need software, we need firmware, we need the thermal engineers, we need a lot of RDT engineers. Yeah. So Phison's our strategy. We know in enterprise SSD is not easier to keep investing, but we start from legacy. What defines legacy? 5 years ago, the high tech. 5 years ago, SATA 3 was the majority. Today, SATA become legacy. Today, Gen 4 majority, after 4 years, Gen 4 will be legacy. So we cannot compete with Samsung, with Intel, because they are too big in capital, we are too small. So our strategy was starting from legacy SATA. Now we are shipping million pieces in a year to US, to China market. Okay. After engage with the Seagate, now we are able to participate Gen 4. Now we are with the tier 1 player, tier 2, and system makers. After Phison proof our products, Seagate products, good to use in the whole tier 1 systems, our next goal is go to the hyperscale, doing design service. Okay, I just mentioned hyperscale, they're always looking for customized drive. We already talked to one of the biggest tier 1. They asked Phison to customize our modules, our firmware, our systems for their proprietary system. And there's like 2-3 million pieces in a year with a 1 terabyte. To semicon, there's a small demand, but to me, this is a big market. So my goal is at the end, Phison able to make the design service to every single semiconductor or the hyperscale players. Okay. But what I'd like to share with you, this model looks like great, but the return, the profit return, I can share with you, still quite limited. I imagine if you read some news, right? Taiwan's EMS, they 5 key players. Okay. Foxconn, Guangda, Compar, who's else? Wistron and Pegatron. Okay. Among these 5, 4 already have a server system business, except Pegatron. So months ago, Pegatron announced they want to get into this business, right? So the end of this comment is, okay, you're good, but you have to prepare to lose for 5 years. This is so-called enterprise. You need to invest for 5 years to prove you are mature. This is what we did. So once we're able to prove our products is good, then next our step, we're able to get a major business. Yeah. So we are start to define, okay? If we are proven, then we're able to go to the, there are different kind of application. The mixed workload, the rate intensive, write intensive. This is everything about algorithm. Okay. Yeah, Phison, we also on the mask. The US and NASA, the Perseverance, they use our storage. This is our SSD. Okay, so we have a confidence. Due to this announcement, actually this is from Intel, not from Phison. Intel is going to prove their CPU atom on the mask, but fortunately we are just behind Intel. So now we have a space SSD program with some of the US partners. We also award for 2 years the best SSD control in the world from third party, okay, by this storage news data. So 20, 21, and 22. Also, we also ranked number 10 in the storage systems. Okay, we hope sooner or later we can be within the number 10. Okay, so this is products now we are ready. So we are working with the Yangming Jiao Tong University, EE. We are going to put our SSD with our partner systems into their lab for engineers doing the core design, simulation, layout. We are going to put this. If everything good, after 3 months, Phison engineers will replace our systems to in-house systems. If everything good, then we are going to work with partners, start to sell these systems to other design houses. So NTU, if interest, we like to work together to have a proof of concept. At least 100% design by Taiwan. Okay, so this is today's on my presentation to share with you storage is important, investment important, but how to achieve the products mature is a big challenge. So thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Tan, for this impressive talk. Is there any question?
So you mentioned about it's difficult to start a new company now in Taiwan. So I'm just wondering what's the major roadblock you observe? What's the to start a new company like Phison in Taiwan?
Okay, I mean, the government may not happy to listen to what my comment. Okay. Taiwan's investor, they prefer, no matter the individual or the venture capital, they prefer to invest to secure project. Secure means you prove you're good. You're going to IPO tomorrow. They invest you today. Okay. Look to the if Tesla start from Taiwan, then already. But Tesla can burn out a few $billion, right? US capital market, they're capable to keep investing. Uber, Tesla, what else? Pure storage is doing, they keep losing money. But US market, they're able to keep investing to support them in finance. But in Taiwan, your first round, you get let's say you get 100 million NT, right? 100 million NT in ASIC, how many months you can survive? How many months? I got one more professor from the other university. He developed something. I came to ask for the round B, okay, Series B. They already burn out 300 million NT already. Just have a silicon itself proof of concept. But from proof of concept to the market, I can tell you at least 3 to 4x extra investment than in the lab. So they need big money to prove the products to the market. So they need a big money. But most likely Taiwan industrial, Taiwan capital market, they don't make it. Okay. Second, startup, if you have a proof of concept, if you are in the Israel, you are in the US, you can easily to cash out, sell the company. Okay. But Taiwan, look to Taiwan's the public market, the PE, 10x, 12x. They're not capable to buy company with a high value. So if you proof of concept, basically your finance, your finance book, definitely minus.
Sure.
As a public market, how can I buy a minus company with a few $100 million? US can, but not in Taiwan. So if you're good, you burn out few $100 million, you want to sell to company, Taiwan not capable to buy, you can only go to US. But US, again, they don't buy many Taiwan companies because US capital market dominated by US and Israel people. Okay, so you good, you build a startup, you work hard for 5 years, you prove you're good. Who is going to inject money to support you to keep developing? So this is today's Taiwan's difficulty. Not only Taiwan, to be honest. As I mentioned, I was there 2 weeks ago. At least 3 companies. These 3 companies most likely start up by Chinese people, some Indian people. They burn out, every company burn out like 100. The most one is a $300 million burn out. They are doing computational SSD storage, 300 million burn out. So anyone who buy this will may need to spend $1 billion to make this product to the market. But how to use in the market still is a big question mark. Okay, so the company able to take this investment is a hyperscale, only hyperscale, no matter Amazon or Google or Microsoft. Okay, other than that, no way. Taiwan don't have Amazon. Taiwan only with PC Home. If PC Home start in the China 20 years ago, I can share with you today this market no Alibaba. To be honest, but Taiwan population only 20 million people, right? Size is too small. So I'm not discourage you to go to the startup. Yes, you have a dream, highly welcome. But before that, you have to make a study. You have to know what is your difficulty. And I also question to the government, some ministers say, hey, you always ask a student to make startup, right? I asked them, how many incubators in Taiwan today? How many incubators? I don't know, more than 100. Every university, 1 incubator. Every government office, incubator. So how many startups in Taiwan? 1,000. How many success? It's a question. How they cash out? In the year, only 1 or 2 cases, right? So means they have 1,000 companies stuck in the startup. No business, keep earning money, but not able to get the big capital. So not easy anyway. So Phison success was by accident, okay? So if you like to know how we success, you come Phison, then I can tell you. Thank you.
Any other question?
It's another one.
Yes.
So I saw you have product for PC storage and now spaceship. But I'm interested to know if you are interested in like to storage like vehicle. They're not for those autonomous vehicle. They need to store a lot of data and a huge amount of data. And the vehicle is a very severe environment. Yeah, we cannot put a hard drive there. Yeah.
Everyone you may not know, Phison is the biggest supplier of a storage controller into the automotive industry. We are the biggest. Market share may be over 45%. Every single car, if you have a navigator, right, you need to have a map. Many years ago, map was a CD-ROM. Today, I think no more. Some use a micro SD card, but I think today also getting less. Most likely is an eMMC embedded into the systems. We occupy the market more than 50% in the eMMC field. Okay, but go to study a vehicle in the market today. The navigator with a map probably like 1632 gigabyte. The video recorder most likely 1632. The brake systems is a 2 gigabyte. ADAS at this moment no need any storage. So you buy a new car, no matter BMW, Benz, or Lexus or Toyota, the total car is less than 100 gigabyte. Okay, you go to the mall, you can easily buy 120 gigabyte USB drive. Means storage important in the automotive vehicle, but the dollar amount contribution is still nothing. So storage will be only key element into autonomous. Okay, when you go to autonomous, what's autonomous? It's a server with a big battery, right? So you need to have a server computing and a server storage. So Phison, we have a silicon chip design already sample back. Now we are putting our firmware. We designed these chips for 2 semicon in the world. I can't name who they are, but it's a big player. Okay, there's up to terabyte, up to 4 to 8 terabyte. So this is a server storage controller with secure in automotive. This is not easy. According to our semiconductor company, they told us in their life, these controllers is the most complicated what they did in their life before. So we have a silicon products will go to the key automotive makers by next year Q2 to go to a POC. And MP 2024. You know how many pieces? 10,000 pieces. 24. 2025 maybe can go to a few 100,000. The market mature in the 2027. Today is a 22.
Yes.
For 22 to 27, how much money I need to pay to my engineers to keep developing? So I can share with you, this business to me is a big minus. If I'm smart enough, I would take this project. But if we need to be the only key player in the third-party industrial, non-industrial, this is called investing. Okay. So if you mess that up, you want to go to this market, you have to count how much your rich father able to subsidize you. Okay, so we are there. So not only in the embedded, but for server, secure, automotive, we are there. Okay, and my engineers complaining. Actually, we have a few project managers quit this job because, first of all, they feel boring and they don't see return because MP only after 8 years. But again, we invest. This we committed to our partners. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Due to time event, I think we must stop here. And we have a certificate.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So at last, highly welcome you join Phison. We need more.